Neville breaks down. Almost there, went Neville, puffing hard to get up the hill, and Mike, battling against the troublesome trucks, was helping Neville well. I've almost done it, he went. I can do it, groaned Neville, and with a mighty heave, Neville was up the hill. Thanks, Mike, he said. You're welcome, said Mike, as he was following Neville up the hill. Do you need any help? No thanks, said Neville. I think I've done it. And with that, Neville was off. But the trucks weren't defeated yet. This isn't right, they said. Go on. They bumped Neville so hard as Neville was so shocked. Oh, he groaned. He groaned, stop it. His driver braked hard, and then Neville braked so hard that his side rods had snapped and they were all off the rails, and so Neville couldn't brake hard. Help, he shouted, but there was a curve near below. Neville tried to apply the brakes, but he came derailed and was almost about to fall. Help, he groaned. Now's our chance, went the trucks. You don't have any chance yet, said a voice. It was Mike. He got the trucks cornered and pulled Neville back onto the tracks. Neville tried to move, but his side rods were broken. His driver and fireman found out what happened. Neville, said his driver, your side rods have broken, so now Mike will have to take your train instead. Neville felt left out, but he wasn't when Mike helped him back on the tracks, and with that, Mike took Neville's trucks away. Poor Neville couldn't move. We'll have to send you to the works today, Neville, said his driver. I don't think you can move without your side rods. Poor Neville was ashamed. At last the handle went to find Neville. He buffered up to Neville, and then Neville went to the works to get new side rods. At last the day came, and Neville had finally returned from the works with new side rods. The engines from the sheds were pleased to have him back. Hi, Neville, said Duke. We've missed you. Oh, I've missed you all too, said Neville. What happened to you? Asked Molly. My old side rods were broken after I broke so hard after having trouble with the trucks, said Neville, so I had new side rods. Can they make you go faster? Said Arthur. Well, thought Neville, I think so, he thought, but they shine bright and they're like silver. The three engines were interested until the fat controller went to see Neville. You have some passengers waiting for you at the station, Neville, he said. So it's important if you move on while you're back. Yes, sir. Right away, sir, said Neville. The fat controller walked off, and Neville moved quickly out of his shed and went to the station. Just then, Neville was reversing to the station. He backed down onto his coach, and there was Layla next to Neville. Neville, hi, said Layla. You okay? Yes, said Neville. I am now back, and my side rods are as good as new. Layla was confused. Your side rods are? Neville thought that meant by getting new side rods. My old side rods, said Neville, were broken, so these side rods are new. Layla was surprised. "Well, Neville," she said, they even look different." "Thank you," said Neville. Just then the guard blew his whistle. Neville had to go. I'll talk about it later," he said. "Goodbye," and Neville puffed off. Layla was speechless, and with that, she puffed down to the station too. Meanwhile, Neville was enjoying himself. He wanted to go faster, but his driver wouldn't let him. "Steady, old boy," he said. "There's plenty of time." But Neville was still taking his time. With that, he did slow down and was steady. Neville, however, was worried. He went back to Boulder Mountain again, where he almost met his fate. Neville slowed down. He was worried, but he knew it would be okay. With that, he went back down and through the tunnel, and with that, Neville was now a very brave engine. He raced along, and at last he reached the station. The passengers were finally out of Neville's coach and went to the station. Neville was pleased and felt very useful, and he was very impressed with himself. Later that day, the Fat Controller came to the sheds to tell Neville the good news. "You have done well during your first day back," said the Fat Controller. "Your driver had been telling me how well you've been doing. You have been very good today, Neville. As a reward, you'll have a new branch line all to yourself." Neville was pleased and felt very useful. The other engines were pleased with Neville as well. Neville became so excited that he could not wait for this opportunity to come, and with that it did. And Neville was now becoming a very proud engine about it.